Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero of Strike, Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Holotny Farmer here with a match straight from the GCS tournament. It's Hooligan versus Aimstrong. First, though, thanks to Walker for pledging on Patreon and supporting the Propagandacast that way, and a big thanks to Reinforced Concrete's generous pledge to support the Propagandacast via Patreon. Big thanks there, most appreciated. And we got here in the east, it is Hooligan here with a special live command start here with the Soviet Union, Socialism, Stalin, and the 1st Guards Mechanized Corps taking on the Germans in the west under the command of insane Aimstrong fighting for the fatherland. And the 72nd Sturm Division. What's the 78th Sturm Division actually? Fighting here for Germany though. And we got here Soviet Industry, Lend-Lease Guard Motor versus Elite Troops, Lightning War and Mobile Defense with Grenade, Penal Trooper and Sniper Bulletins versus all infantry there for Aimstrong going for a Grenadier MD-42 start here. Moving straight for the centre west. Hooligan is moving aggressively in the north here to secure the northern compartment here and actually preparing a bit of time there, so when Aimstrong tries to counterattack up there, he's going to be in trouble. But Aimstrong so far is not caring about that. He's going in with a surprisingly aggressive and disruptive start as the Wehrmacht, which is definitely not really their sort of specialty as such. It is a lot trickier, but I suppose a player like Aimstrong would be the one to pull it off. But he's going for it. He is pushing up straight against Hooligan here in the early game. And will Hooligan be prepared for this? That, of course, is the really big question. Because now Aimstrong is planning to set up shop here on the calf point with an MD-42 and a Grenadier squad. We got the Penal Troops there advancing for the motherland, the SVT-40 semi-automatic rifles singing out against the fascists. But Aimstrong just doesn't care. He's pushing straight for the fuel. They've already got the calf point. He needs to fire from the MD-42 Grenadiers pushing in there as well. There we go, suppressed, pushed off. Needs to then prepare for the counterattack from the north here with the Penal Troopers. More Penal Troops on the way there for Hooligan, and we got Grenadiers moving southwards there, so there we go, Penal Troops squad up in the open air. The MD-42 will they managed to make it to the house yet, but the problem is they're going to be only 2 men there. Pioneers buying off there, Grenadiers moving up there, going to secure the calf point there, go flatten the Penal Troops, shifts up again. Some pretty intense action here within the first minutes of the game between Hooligan and Aimstrong. They're already lashing at each other like drunken monkeys in a soup pen in China. Pioneers and Grenadiers are finding out MD-4 trying to set up again here, going to be up close, ugly, and there we go, the Penal Troops are finally forced out. Too much firepower there, concentrating in one spot there, under the command of Aimstrong and the 78th Sturm Division. But he's actually going to go for the southern half and the southern fuel point from the west in an absolutely extremely rare exhibition there. In the meanwhile, Hooligan is going to have to go for the northern fuel points. We're actually going to see a north-south split on Holotny Farmer, which is probably one of the rarest splits to see. Yet Aimstrong went ahead and did it. I'm absolutely flabbergasted here. Yeah, he did it. I'm not sure how, but he actually did it. And I think in part it's just Hooligan just didn't expect it. I mean, you just don't see the Wehrmacht doing it, yet Aimstrong did it, and Hooligan is just now trying to come to terms with it. Not with much luck. But he's got the northern fuel point there connected up in his perspective. Still got the Penal from the shed there. And he's worried about a flank now from these, but it doesn't. It never happened. But there you go, Penal now being pushed back because the large section of Grenadiers being in there, flanking the Penal, but then forced them away there. So we got 3 Grenadiers, 1 MD-42 at the front line here. Northern half being secured, Pioneers moving in, Penal standing about here. Northern point, they're almost grabbed away there. 3rd squad almost done there for Hooligan. Aimstrong there, just got 4 Grenadiers, 1 MD-42 on out here versus Hooligan. Now it's beginning to send troops northwards here to pressure Hooligan from more and more angles. Penal Troops there striking at the Grenadiers here, SVT-40s opening up the Grenadiers there down to half health. There we go, suffering losses to the accurate fire of the Stravniki. Well, accurate, more like just a lot of fire from them. Look there, bit the dust. MD-42 hammering away there, 1,200 rounds per minute being delivered straight at the Russians. Now up north here, Pioneers, Grenadiers are finding out the engineers, but there you go, they're taking loss. They're actually quite depleted there. Aimstrong's aggressive tactics are having some drawbacks there without sufficient support. His men are bleeding out. Like the German army during Typhoon, struggling, losing steam, being bogged down. This takes them farther and farther away from home territories and closer to the Russian home territories. So he's actually going for 5 Grenadiers. Holy smoke. How many? He almost got the MG-42 there. And he wiped it. He wiped Aimstrong's MG-42. There we go. You can see the aggressive play of Aimstrong is having consequences now. He's lost an MG42, more troops fighting and dying here. We only got 5 minutes and, just so much has happened. We got lightning roll from Aimstrong. G43's bang hand out to the Grenadiers as they push forward. He's grabbing there the MG42, and we got a satchel charge from Hooligan to prevent that from happening, and he gets the MG42 with a satchel charge. And now he has an MG42. There's already hadn't been 5 minutes of this match that's happening in most matches that can end up lasting an hour. Medic's going on here for Hooligan to heal his penal troopers, who certainly fought bravely and valiantly versus Aimstrong's aggressive play. No tech up yet for Aimstrong, though. No tech up yet. Troops healing, reinforcing, getting ready for the next big push. We got engineers now left to hold the front line as Aimstrong's men ready themselves for the next assault, the next wave for Germany. Die Welle. And there you go, troops almost ready. There you go, MG42 with penal troops again. It can lay down a lot of fire. Oh, he needs to get it slightly back there because it's a 6-man MG42 team with penal troops. He can actually lay down a lot of fire and actually be difficult to flank. But in this case, Hooligan, I think, is too under much pressure there to notice it and just rushes out there. He's pushing south as well to hit so the fuel point close to his base there as Aimstrong is sending hits. And again, he can't easily defend there. We got 2 G43s up there for Aimstrong. No replacement MG42 so far there versus Hooligan. No replacement MG42. And still no tech up. On the other hand, again, Hooligan doesn't have that many resources either. So he can't immediately say punish this kind of play with a fast tech up. Still, MG42 sitting up to deal with the Grenadiers. Push down south, he could try and sneak in the Diska here to help deal with insane Aimstrong's heavy Grenadier play. I mean, more machine guns in that regard. Will not be a half-bad choice there for Hooligan. Flamethrowers, they're dealing with the church, preventing it from being used there by Aimstrong. Going to be pursuit by the penal troops, getting several kills there. Here, is he going to try some rough? They've got Grenadiers moving for the north, engaging the engineers. MG42 can't quite support here. Need to get some more troops up. There we go, more guns. There we go, straight into the MG42 and the penal troopers wielding them. There we go, casualties inflicted. Grenadiers moving in there, trying to flank through the south. There we go, into the fire of the MG42. And there you go, quick flank here from the south from Hooligan. In the south, penal troopers moving down there as well. Grenadiers there being heavily outmaneuvered here. Engineers need to get the devil out of there. Grenadiers almost wiped. Engineers need to abandon the house. They can't stand, but there goes. Got the flame for now to punish Aimstrong for going towards it. Grenadiers are cutting off the retreat path as well. Engineers wiped, but there you go. He might have a small chance of wiping the Grenadiers if he cares. Fast enough, it can react fast enough in this case, close, but looks like Aimstrong will make it off there. Meanwhile, Aimstrong is going for a sniper. Still no sign of tech up here versus Hooligan. Of course, has yet to take up himself. He continues to push south for Tia Pioneers, bringing best the penal troopers there. Cut-off points there, being cut off, fuel being resecured. All of a sudden here, Hooligan will be in control of the fuel points against Aimstrong. He does go for a Duska here. He calls in a heavy machine gun to help bleed out Aimstrong. And the Pioneers are taking some bullets from the penal troopers on retreat. Trying to get a wipe here. Doesn't quite work out. A bit of an entanglement there. Prevents him from doing that. We got the MG42 inside the house here. Penals begin to retreat or prevent the Grenadiers from easily retreating. Might try and aim for a satchel charge as opposed, but there we go. Almost got the northern fuel point as well. Huge swing around here from Aimstrong's always. Again, very aggressive early game, putting him in rather than charge to the extent, but again, Hooligan's counterplay, I think, was very much on point, overcoming a lot of those initial struggles and actually turning the game against Aimstrong, in particular grabbing that MG42, I would say was huge. But of course, MG Sniper here will help sort of deny extent here the strength of the MGs there for Hooligan, and certainly I think should force Hooligan to consider taking up fast for some kind of either T70 or a half-tech, maybe to try and that way hunt down the sniper and kill him and further pressures in. Oh, we got a demo charge on the fuel point. Wipes one of Aimstrong's Grenadiers. MG42 being pushed back, but poor setup there by Hooligan. There you go, forced retreat, forced retreat. Penal troops there reinforcing. Hooligan needs to take up fast. He cannot afford, I think, to try and play for an M4C Sherman like this. Though he needs to sort of try and punish Aimstrong while he can. He needs to go in hard, aggressively, and stomp down an Aimstrong, who of course himself needs to take up and bring up something to push back against Hooligan, because this kind of heavy tier 1 play is clearly encountering issues with the heavy penal troop play, but also the machine guns that Hooligan has A, stolen, and B, called in to counter sort of Aimstrong's play here. Sniper there gets away. Troop ceiling reinforcing. Hooligan really needs to take up. And there you go, Pimster versus Grenadiers Pioneers. He could try and pop a satchel charge here. He does go for it, he does go for it. Take some time there, and there you go. ends up not having to do so. Occasionally happens to try to pop a satchel charge, ends up taking ages for some reason. Pioneers, as the Veggie 2 Puma Troopers up close, and in this case, Hooligan's nerves break, but still he's got the fuel lead there, and there we go, we got the tank of the tank command up. Could rush out of T-70 or something else as Aimstrong, who's just going for more grenadiers. He's not taking up whatsoever, and he does not have a doctor that allows for that to sort of work out decently. He's even using medic kits there at the front line, but he's got nothing, like say stormtroopers or mechanized assault group. He's got nothing quick lamb to get some kind of anti-tanks. I mean, really, if Hooligan hits him with T-70s right now or anything like that, Aimstrong could be in a lot of trouble. Northern fuel pond there being secured by the Grenadiers, walking past their splattered remains of previous comrades. MD-42, I think, moving too far ahead there. There go retreats again, but Hooligan needs to be more careful than MD-42. It is quite expensive, but of course, losing it back to Aimstrong would, I think, be quite a problem for him. Oh no, he's not even going for the T-70. He's going straight for the next tier. I do think he should try the T-70 first here against Aimstrong, then rush for the armor, but we'll have to see if this works out, though. And Aimstrong, bro, is finally taking up. He's finally taking up. But it looks like, I'm guessing what Aimstrong is planning is actually, if you go for a really heavy tier 1, you're usually then planning for tier 3 rush, which again for the Wehrmacht is really rare. But really, what Aimstrong has been doing for the Wehrmacht is overall in many cases exceedingly rare. So I'm not too surprised, and it's certainly to an extent he might just be trying to rely on the sheer shock effect against Hooligan, just trying to put Hooligan into sort of terra incognita in terms of the metagame. Like, most Wehrmacht players don't go for that. Most Wehrmacht players don't try to rush the fuel point closest to your base, but Aimstrong did both. And I think it's, to an extent, is throwing off Hooligan. But again, Hooligan, though, it's really expertly handling this. Again, most players, I think, will be struggling a lot more than, Hooligan with this. And there you go, Grenadiers wiping out Aimstrong's casualties is once more piling up. Pioneers, Grenadiers. He's going to have to replace the Pioneers after his tier 3 there is done. And that also allow here Hooligan to get out of T-34-6 before, Aimstrong can. But he definitely should go for a tank first then. He should not try and wait for the M4C Sherman. I mean, that could prove to be a critical area there for Hooligan if he does do that. He should just push for the armor. And even then, I'm not entirely sure he should have gone for this. I think he should have gone first for a T-70, something else, just pressure Aimstrong. I mean, had he gone for a T-70, I think that could easily have been GG. Or at least close to GG. But we'll see what happens next here. But grabbing the Southern Victory Point, mine's going down there. Hooligan is not letting up against Aimstrong. But now we're sort of seeing a more regular east-west split here between the two. But again, still some aggressive fighting again. Honestly, it feels like this fight has lasted a lot longer than 12 minutes for me. Just so much has happened. It's messing with my internal timing on these matches. There you go. Pioneer's been queued up for Aimstrong, but he still needs the tech to be done. So he's clearly again playing a tier 3 rush. Hooligan can now go for the T-34-6. He goes for a sniper. Instead, he's going to try and counter Aimstrong's sniper. He's not going to try and push his one advantage. That is definitely, I think, a strategic error by Hooligan right now. He should be pushing for tanks. Instead, he's going for a sniper. I mean, the T-34 would also counter the sniper. Much better because the sniper can't counter the T-34. So I do think this is a bit of an error in judgment there by Hooligan. I think he's partly ticked off by the sniper, just wants to really go for the infantry, and he's feeling so confident now, but the problem is, confidence, overconfidence in particular, is a slow and insidious killer, as the saying goes. There you go, Morgan, it is still wiped here. Aimstrong is bleeding out quite aggressive. There you go, wipe the engineers as well. I mean, there's room for Hooligan to feel confident, but, I'd still just go for a tank because you can. Really, that should be what you should be aiming for here, but, I mean, otherwise, he's got 3 penal squads, a lot of machine guns versus Aimstrong, who's just bleeding out there on, the fields of Olotli Farmer. So Pomacor going up there, and that's actually now to swing hard back against Hooligan, who's now actually unprepared for this. Again, this is what you need to be worried about. And again, I think that is just part, again, sort of the sheer sinister genius of the tier 3 rush here from Aimstrong. You just don't see it coming. It's kind of like the Spanish Inquisition, except it's got tanks. And the Spanish Inquisition never had tanks. Strange and MG42 here in the south thick, quickly suppressed by the MG42. Sent running, grabbing the northern fuel point here. Mines or flamethrowers out there. Troops reinforcing, healing. And there you go, Panther on the way again. He's going to have a tank up before Hooligan. I mean, sure, Hooligan might then, of course, be able to get an M4C Sherman up soon, but even then, it basically means that whatever window Hooligan had for really just pushing the edge versus Aimstrong is now lost. You know, it is gone. Now there'll be more power to win. Again, the M4C Sherman will be better than Panzer IV, but this is Aimstrong. He's a really good player. This is the sort of spot there, again, where you normally say, you know, well, unless you're a god with a Panzer IV, you're not going to pull it off. Well, Aimstrong might just be that god. He might just be that god. So, I mean, really here, Hooligan is pushing his light there. I mean, again, he's done bravely, but, you know, again, he should be careful not to go into hubris territory and upset the gods. In this case, the Panzer IV god. We'll, of course, have to see. I mean, it could be wrong again most of the time, but again, we have seen him pull off some extremely insane plays, and, you know, he might just be able to, you know, pull off the trick with the Panzer IV. So we'll have to see here. We've got Grenadiers standing by here heading south first. We've got the M4C Sherman out for Hooligan. Need to add the pin map machine as soon as possible to, you know, add a bit more. Well, actually, he might just want to go for fuel drops instead. Try and rush out more tanks versus Aimstrong. But there you go. M4C Sherman catches the Grenadiers out in the open, shoots, gets hit there. Ludwig slaughtered here by the M4C Sherman, also known as the Emcher, due to the M4C there. That's sort of how the Russians pronounced it to an extent there. Slightly, I'm not that good in that part. But there you go. Attack round through the heteros here. Again, you can see Aimstrong sort of really just utilising his knowledge and depth within the game here to completely just punish the Sherman there. Panzer fasting, and there go another hit. So all of a sudden, again, you can see here that Aimstrong's extreme just skill is coming to show again. So despite, you know, again, normally this would be, you know, a favourite fight for the M4C Sherman, but with Aimstrong at the helm, the M4C Sherman is deeply unfavoured. It doesn't help that Hooligan, of course, made the critical mistake of not supporting his tank, whereas again Aimstrong had Grenadiers supporting the Panzer IV. We've got penal troops on the way, but the problem is they're too slow. They're too slow. And there you go, the Sherman is down. The Panzer IV almost did get knocked out, but still, this was a victory for Aimstrong. And here you can see Hooligan's hubris was punished. He should have gone for a tank faster, I believe. Should aim for it faster. So now Aimstrong's the one with a Panzer IV here, and now Hooligan's got no anti-tank. In fact, might be forced to at least go for some anti-tank rifles. Maybe I have to go for something else to help counter Aimstrong's Panzer IV. I mean, he still got most of the map. He can still get a lot of fuel. He can still get out on that tank fast, but there's still going to be the ditch. And there you go. Got an infantry wipe there against Hooligan. He's going to have to replace his infantrymen as well, because Aimstrong is not letting up on the infantry pressure here. The 78th Sturm Division keeps it up here, supported by panzers from the 1st Panzer Division. The 78th Sturm Division, by the way, was an experimental infantry division by the Germans, sort of meant to be a sort of offensive infantry unit, sort of meant to attack heavily fortified positions and likes. There was, in many ways, heavily equipped. Grenadiers were equipped like Panzer Grenadiers, and they also had a lot more heavy mortars and PaK-40s, even on the company and battalion level, which is rather rare. So it was a rather unique division. It got shattered during Operation Bagration. Or Bagration. Anyways, Grenadiers with flamethrowers. G43 finally gets a penal, so they go Vetchi 3 versus Vetchi 2. The Grenadiers do not stand much of a chance, but with a flamethrower, they are doing a lot of damage because the penal troops are bunched up, and flamethrowers are good at punishing that. Oh! Penal troopers with flamethrowers. A return to older patch versions. More penals on the way to replace the ones lost. Good work there by Hooligan. Panzer IV almost done. And Aimstrong pops back to 5 Grenadiers. Just heavy infantry. No Panzer Grenadiers here for Aimstrong, just all Grenadiers. And we got the pin bump machine off for the Panzer IV as well here. Got another wipe there again. Aimstrong is suffering heavy casualties, and certainly some work down the unit position might be helpful. There goes rushing down to clear out the southern machine gun. Heavy fighting on the centre there. Sniper back in. Oh, it's not happened. People never died actually. Never mind, that's just me being silly. There you go, going to clear out the enemy infantry on the south here. In this case, he's punishing Hooligan for just leaving in one spot, rather than trying to use it to actively support his forces. So, nice counter move there by Aimstrong, sensing weakness and crushing it with his mighty jackboot. Up north here, grabbing the munitions point back here from Hooligan, and the 1st Guards Mechanized Corps. Pioneers, they're being slaughtered by Hooligan's men. He's got his own snipers out now as well, but they haven't done nearly as much. And Hooligan can now soon call. He can actually call an M4C Sherman whenever he wants to. He just needs to support it better this time around. A lot better. More fuel being dropped in. More Grenadiers for Aimstrong. A long stream of them. A long stream of Grenadiers. And he's going for an HQ5 to counter the Panzer IV. Not a bad idea, not a bad idea. Certainly it's a bit safer in some ways here. He might be worried against seeing what one Panzer IV could do versus M4C Sherman. Just wants something with more range that is thusly a bit safer from the semi-divine reach of Aimstrong. Pursuing here the penal troopers with swift and vicious vision. Shooting, almost getting them there, almost getting them. Half fate to Vet 72 already as well. HQ5 almost down there for Hooligan. And in the south here we got Pimps fighting versus the Grenadiers. Negative cover though for the Grenadiers. That's definitely the game from there. The Pimps should win unless some more Grenadiers arrive with more veterancy and better weapons. And there we go. Betty 2 Grenadiers arriving there with the G43 sniper moving down. HQ5 out here. Troops reinforcing healing. And up here Pimps will find versus the Grenadiers. But again we got the Panzer IV nearby. And we can see Hooligan just breaks off, not wanting to fight Aimstrong under those conditions, sensibly enough. Sniper there landing hits on the Pioneers. Got the MG42 team moving ahead. And the Pioneers just quickly break off, not wanting to waste more manpower on that. Up north, fuel pump being resecured here by penal troops. Again, we got the Panzer IV ready to counterattack for the fatherland, Germany. Penal troops also need to spread out a bit, I think, more sensibly. There's a small likelihood there of the Panzer IV landing good, but there you go, first shot, it's a complete whiff there. Lieutenant Gruber should feel ashamed of himself and his gunnery. Well, more specifically his gunner's gunnery. There you go, time to charge off. Pulled back the Panzer IV and takes the Panzer IV almost down to half health there, immobilising a bit as well. Teams will fall back, coming into the point neutral. You can then go for another HQ5. We could just go for the M4C Sherman to then work with the SU-85 tank destroyer, which was based on the T-34 chassis. And inspired by the German Stu concept, which the Russians actually were really impressed by. They really loved it. So again, they sort of tried to copy it in many ways, and then the 85 sort of partly based on that. Gonna do some engineers, sniper hang about in the bushes, enjoying the spectacle. Roughing it, those engineers, fails to hit. Panzer IV pulling back to the base for repairs. Got the penal troops moving hit Grenadiers a bit out in the open, taking fire there from the SVT-40 building Strafniki. Hooligan not quite yet going for armour. Wipe the snipers with a combined combo there with the incendiary pitch round after ignore the regular shot there. But there you go, he gets the sniper with his penal troops, but still got a Hooligan sniper without the sniper able to do much. So really that was a win for Aimstrong because the sniper had done plenty of damage before that, and Aimstrong just replaced the sniper. So nasty work there by Aimstrong, just punishing Hooligan there for a moment of laxity, which then spawns a lifetime of dead snipers. He can soon call in a tank. He really needs to aim for some kind of armor superiority because I think Aimstrong at this point is aiming for a Tiger again. He is supremely confident in his Panzer IV, and so far his utilization of it certainly proves why he can get away with being confident in his Panzer IV play. I mean, he's not exactly playing it like a dead duck. Pimps were there, something happens to the Grenadiers. Got the Saxon charge off, and the Grenadiers quickly evade it. Huge chunk of the house blown off it, but it's still standing. Fence gone. Duska there can't continue to cover from the church. Another HQ5. Holy crap. I think Hooligan is aware that Aimstrong's likely going to go for the Tiger next. He's just going to try and focus so heavily on counting the Tiger with double HQ5s. Which I suppose is an idea, but that requires more infantry to then sort of work them with infantry. Can use them more aggressively because otherwise, I mean, Aimstrong is, I don't think, going to try and just allow his Tiger to be easily engaged by the HQ5 tank destroyers. So in some ways, it's a bit of a risk to take. But there you go. Panzer IV takes it there from the HQ5 tank destroyer, and then a good hit there on the Panzer IV. But still taking heavy damage. Panzer IV blasting away. Very close to HQ2. They're going to leave almost wiped out. He's almost wiped and returned by the Panzerkampfwagen 4. And there goes second HQ5 tank destroyer there arriving for Hooligan. Grenadiers there. Ooh, what's that? Oh, I think he was trying to heal there. Another fuel drop here for Hooligan. So we got two HQ5 tank destroyers out here for Hooligan versus Aimstrong. Grabbing the cut-off point there. shift splitting off his tank destroyers now. Perhaps he's thinking Aimstrong's not going to be able to get a Tiger tank anytime soon, as less concerned. Or perhaps there's some other plan. Maybe she's trying to make it harder for the Panzer IV to see any usage, which is certainly also a valuable idea. Aimstrong though sneaking south with his grenadiers. Panzer IV strikes. And about to hit Vichy 2. Just about. HT5 a bit too slow than around there to support them. There we go, Vichy 2. HT5 arrives, shoots, penetrates the Panzer IV's frontal armour. Pioneer's gunner's moving at HT5 a second shot, that's the Panzer IV. Note decides to back off. Pims need to retreat. They're too low in health here. Don't waste them, Hooligan. Stalin will be most upset if you waste your men needlessly. That is if you lose. If you win, no problem. But if you lose... No, medic says, I mean, he's not built a medic bunker at all. He's just been fully relying here on the field first aid kit to use his grenadiers a lot more aggressively here versus Hooligan. I mean, again, Aimstrong is playing the Wehrmacht very aggressively. Just so aggressively. Rarely see it like that. I mean, he could continue back-taking briefly, for half-tech support grenadiers again, complete even more aggressively here versus Hooligan. I mean, that would be a nice idea, maybe a command bunker, but he's clearly here aiming for the Tiger tank, and there you go. Aimstrong now is able to call in the Tiger tank to support his frontline Truppen. Tiger arrives to support the 78th Sturmdivision. Of course, there are 2 tank destroyers to help counter the Panzer IV. Still, that's going to be a bit tricky, particularly considering again there's the Panzer IV there to support the Tiger, and Aimstrong again has proven himself to be a clever devil. Going to do something southwards there for Aimstrong, creeping ahead. There you go, M4C Sherman out there, so Hooligan has all got numerical armor superiority versus Aimstrong's armor, again with 2 tanks, so there we go, good hit from the HT5 on the Panzer IV. Comes under fire from the Tiger, takes those in here, HT5 shoots, penetrates the Tiger, and of course that should tell Aimstrong there's 2 tanks out in the field, if there was any doubt before. Another penetrating hit there on it. M4C moving in, supported by HT5, grenades moving away though. House collapses, wipes his Duskak. Hooligan is now really short on infantry. And other elements here versus Aimstrong was now slightly edging ahead there. Nice hit from the HT5 on the Panzer IV, taking down to half health. Tiger also playing back here. He is clearly worried about Hooligan's tank destroyers here, and he's not too willing to cross them too easily. And those are being blasted by the M4C Sherman. It's 76mm gun there, shattering the cover of the Grenadiers' course retreat. But there you go. Aimstrong just keeps up the pressure in the south. Grenadiers being held back here by the MD-32. Now VIC-22. Aimstrong hard to work fixing up his armor, going for additional pioneers to keep up proper maintenance of his panzers. In the south, there we go. Grenadiers being pursued here by the M4C Sherman. 3 kills. Closing in on 4. Wiped again. Victory points wise, Hooligan is enjoying lead there over Aimstrong. Penals with as the Grenadiers firing off for this with T-40 semi-automatic rifles, engaging them, cutting them down without mercy. But there you go, Panzer IV to the rescue here, saving the Grenadiers. A rather ignoble death. And there you go, goes back HT5. Engaging the Panzer IV here, several hits from the HT5's 85mm guns, based on Soviet anti-aircraft guns, as a fun fact. Tiger then engaging the Strafniki. HT5 moving up, let's engage the Tiger. Nice hit there, Veteran to 1 on both. And up here we got the M4C Sherman protecting the flank, and we got a Stub on the way for Aimstrong. A Sturmgeschütz, of which the 70 Sturmdivision actually had a full Stub brigade attached to them, which involved, well, Stug Gs and Stug 42s, but also big light infantry for the Stugs, which was rather something a bit more unique to the Stug brigades. They actually had, I think, assault rifle equipped escort infantry of all things, sort of working with the Stugs Fun fact there, the Germans were later in the war sort of also add big light infantry or escort infantry to sort of other tanks as well, but it was sort of really the Stooks initially sort of got that sort of stuff there, and I think also some of the Tiger battalions had some of those. So Stook almost done there for Aimstrong. His men replenish himself before the next big push here against Hooligan. He's clearly, I think, taking the tank destroyers here very seriously. I mean, they can do a lot of damage very quickly here if Aimstrong is not careful, in particular to hit, you know, higher levels of efficiency. Though it's really first of Veteran 3 get much more rate of fire, but of Veteran 2 they do become whack and they do gain better penetration, meaning the armor overall in the Panther from the Tiger will be worth less. And he's out in the open here, getting shot to bits. Needs to get the German support and keep the issue 5 nearby to support as well. Stook there gets a cut on the M4C Sherman. Tiger supporting, there you go. Stook taking hits there of shots from the HD5. Actually none of the hitting. Second shot misses as well. Not quite Veteran 2 yet. Pimpers need to retreat. That probably also help the Stook has a lower profile, which does make it harder to hit, and was also one of the advantages of the Stook. It's low profile. It shows a lot, of course, to use the terrain better to hide and sort of shoot from concealed positions. There you go, one penetrating hit there on the Stook from the HD5s. Goes back, and there you go, at the same time using the Spate 2, pushing the target in the Panther 4 head here. Quick blitz for the Panther 4. No! He's using all the missions here for air support. He's making one hell of a assault here against Hooligan. Didn't lay down any mines. Now the tanks can just move ahead easily. Pulling off a full frontal rush there. Air support raining down on the Sherman, taking out its guns. Focusing down one HD5 at a time there. Good prioritization there by Aimstrong. Doesn't scatter his fire. Spread out his fire, and there you go. HD5 done, and with this Hooligan is in a very bad position. A devastating blow there. Completely shattering Hooligan's center, leaving his tanks nothing but smoldering wrecks. Very well executed armor assault here by Aimstrong, though again, not there was much of a chance. Again, there's no mines, no real sort of preparations there for Hooligan, which basically allowed Aimstrong to rush, and then of course at the same time calling in the Stuka close air support, devastating it. So very nasty there from Aimstrong. Now they usually found a way for Hooligan to just try and stem the tide of German armour. As Aimstrong is very boldly repairing right next to a point he's trying to take at the same time. He is feeling very confident. Of course, it could give maybe Hooligan here some room for sort of doing something versus Aimstrong, but I think Aimstrong's lead might be a bit too strong at this point. Pioneers hitting Engineers from press back with the Grenadiers. I mean, Hooligan's still sort of getting more fuel than Aimstrong until he's did, but now he's got none of the fuel points connected, so less so. More fuel here though. Mines being laid on the middle road, and we can see that he's moving up the Panther 4 to actually prevent any units from safely retreating here back towards Hooligan's base. Nice work there with Aimstrong's Panzerkampfwagen 4. His target though is in dire need repairs, is getting them. Stook is sort of hanging about the centre here. Got the Pioneers retreating, and there we go. Third HU-5 there for Hooligan. Third HU-5. And go catching the penalties with the Panther 4 here. Shoots but misses. There we go. Machine gun still finishing off some of those Russians. And there you go. Main gun hit clears up Pavlov. Mine goes off, damaging the engine of the HU-5. Aimstrong is going to try and rush it. Oh, he gets away with it. Oh, Panther 4 taking the fire, but the Stuka supporting here. There we go. He's going to get the HU-5. Oh, dear. Aggressive telemining working off there for Aimstrong as well. Hooligan clearly not very happy about that one. Mine goes off on Aimstrong's men there. But there you go, showing the value of good mining. There's the third HU-5 tank destroyer there that Hooligan has lost now. And he's just back to stuffing the MD-42, but can't support his men. Just using it for denying territory. And Aimstrong brings in the good old counter, the Panther 4 here, but now Veteran 3, which means of course higher rate of fire and faster movement. Aimstrong back at 5 Grenadiers for the umpteenth time. I wonder how many Grenadiers he's lost. He's lost 6 squads, he's produced 11 squads of Grenadiers. That is a lot of Grenadiers. Hooligan here going for support from Company, finally realising he needs something else. Might be a bit late though for a field gun solution versus Aimstrong at this stage though. Might be a bit late. Pimps versus Grenadiers, 25 kills on those chaps, 15 on the others. Almost got the field gun there, halfway down there for Hooligan. He's closing in, but will it be enough? Will it be in time? And there you go, Tiger is in action once more. Going straight for the Stravniki and just murdering them, slaughtering them. No mercy. There you go, the Sis 3 out for Hooligan. Sis 3 out. Mine hit though for the Tiger. Oh, feel enough not so you can usually catch up with it, and even they need something to spot for it, which means in this case bringing something in within the line of fire of the Tiger most likely. Shot bounced off the 100mm thick armour of the Tiger. North here, we got engineers being halted here by Grenadiers. Demo charge nearby never went off, and there you go, Panther 4 strikes but with a damaged engine. Low -7 from Hooligan, which is finally paying off, but sadly they were never there again during the big assault where they were more needed than ever. Had there been -, I think Hooligan could have won that engagement. Sadly, he didn't go for them then. There's fighting up with the Penal Troops in this case losing up due to the support from the Stug and the Tiger. Got the MD-42 moving in here, but it's not going to be very effective as the Stug, and for that matter not the Tiger, which quickly proceeds to bombard. Tiger, they're almost good to go. Almost good to go. 30 kills in those Penal Troops. They've really done excellent work there versus Aimstrong. Tiger lands a devastating hit. They would have said hit with a gun, shattering the Stravniki. Field gun almost taken down. We got the Juice Killer to cover and pin down as many infantrymen as can. Tiger takes a hit there from the field gun, shoots the Tiger. Tiger bounces. It's, I think, GG here for Hooligan. I do not see him bouncing back versus Aimstrong at this point. Aimstrong is just, well, too strong. There you go. Oh well played. GG, well played. Now the tanks were the issue. Specifically, he shouldn't have waited for the M4C Sherman there versus Aimstrong. That was his primary mistake. He should have aimed for a fast. Either the T-70 just gone for the T-34-76. But still, overall, I mean, Hooligan really played well there. I mean, he really sort of, in a sense, countered Aimstrong's strong early game. They're quite aggressive. I mean, it was really sort of, unknown territories. I mean, he really did well there versus Aimstrong, to be honest. It's just that brief moment there, that one mistake that really just gave Aimstrong all he needs, just push back against Hooligan and just hurt him badly. No, just hit the point that we couldn't really, get back there for Hooligan. Then, of course, failed to mind the centre swap when he actually had it. So, overall, well played by both players. Well played by both players. But Aimstrong here proving why he's definitely one of the best company's players ever. That's obvious because he's Danish. Anyways, there you go. Also, of course, a big thanks to Aimstrong and Stormless for, of course, organising the GCS tournament. Very nice work for them, and they're getting all up. And so, and of course, I wouldn't be able to cast this match if not for those chaps. So, well done there. Well done there as well. There you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. This is Imperial signing off, and see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Cheers.